Hello everyone and welcome to Cinderful Gaming. I hope you're all doing well, I hope you're all staying safe, and most of all, I hope you're all fighting out war against the Grey. Today's video, we're going to start collecting Kings of War Ambush, talking specifically about the brand new box sets that Kings of War and Mantic have brought out specifically for getting started with the Ambush version of the game. Now in this video, we're going to take a look at the Ratkin's box, and we're going to go through the contents of the box set and talk a little bit about all the units inside the box set. We'll then talk about some other units we can use to bring into our force and expand upon this initial box set, before finally finishing off the video with a little sample army of 500 points for you to use as some inspiration for starting your own Ratkin army in Kings of War Ambush. And so, with that said, we get a Warriors Regiment and a Spear Warriors Regiment. These are pretty much our two basic troop options for the Ratkin. Now, both of them have the options for taking the Plague Pots, which are a once per game option and a special upgrade to the Ratkin. Once per game, at the start of your turn, you can choose to give the unit the Ensnare and Stealthy special rules until the start of your next turn. The unit's Plague Pots will then be destroyed and can't be used for the rest of the game. So you're going to get a couple of cool special rules, Stealthy and Ensnare. Stealthy will make enemy units making ranged attacks against this unit suffer an additional -1 to hit, and you'll also get a -1 to hit for enemies that target your front. -1 to hit there as well, thanks to the Ensnare rule. So you've got a couple of really nice rules just to start and make your units that aren't necessarily all that powerful that much easier to stay on the table. Now the big difference here is you have the Phalanx rule with your Spear Warriors Regiment. Phalanx is just really cool, stops things like Thunderous Charge or working on your units. That's just really important. In Ambush, your small units and cavalry can be really heavy damage dealers, and anything with Thunderous Charge can really do a lot of damage in this smaller sized game. So having Phalanx and being able to stop those abilities is really important. Now the last unit we get inside this box set is a character unit called the Night Terror. This is a large beastie hero, large cavalry model. It's got Crushing Strength 2 and Nimble, which is really cool, enabling it to move around the table a little bit better as well. But it's going to have a melee 3+, defense 5+, both really nice stats. 5 attacks on it as well. That Crushing Strength there is going to be really nice. A nice solid piece to have moving around and being a little bit more offensive than your Spear Warriors Regiment, which will probably be a little bit more defensive. The Warriors Regiment can move up the table, be a little bit more offensive because it's not really got the defensive capabilities of the Phalanx special rule. Now, looking at where to go next, I think Shock Troops are an excellent place to begin. First of all, Shock Troops have melee and defense 4+, so that's both really solid. But for me, the big thing here is you can upgrade them to have heavy halberds, which will gain them the Phalanx special rule. Another unit you can have to gain Phalanx, really nice. They have 15 attacks in a regiment, or 12 if you go the smaller troop option. But for me, this is just a powerful unit to add in and give you a little bit more of an elite fighter. They can also take the Plague Pots as well, so definitely boosting their defensive abilities with that defensive 4+, I think is really important. Now, if we're looking to bring a little bit of ranged into the army, we could look at Claw Shots. These are a heavy infantry unit. They've got long rifles for a 36-inch range with piercing 2 and reload. Now, the front rank of the unit do have the shields or the paves, and so they've got melee 5+, defense 5+, range 4+, which is pretty nice, and 5 attacks per the troop, and they can only ever be taken in troop-sized units. If we want maybe a larger, more heavy hitting, where the Shock Troops maybe are, a better unit at holding our line and a really solid center to our line, we could go with something like Nightmares. Nightmares are going to be a much more offensive unit for the army. They're going to get Crushing Strength 1, and they're going to have their Blight Cannons as well, which are a 12-inch steady aim ranged weapon. And they've also got the Vicious special rule as well. 9 attacks for a regiment is really nice with that defense 5+, melee 4+, and range 4+ as well. Lastly, why not look at a War Engine? The Shredder for me is really fun in Ambush, where tables are going to be a little bit more cluttered with terrain. You're going to be able to get that little bit of extra stuff. So I think the Ignores Concealed rule, especially on the Shredder, is really fun. 48-inch range, Blasty 3, Piercing 1, Reload, and Shattering, in addition to that Ignores Concealed, is all really nice as well. And so here we have our sample army list for the Ratkin. Pretty simple with these armies here for ambush. I love the fact that ambush is just so nice and easy to work out army list for. But we've gone with the Warriors Regiment. They're just going to be stock standard. They're not going to have anything extra. But then these Spear Warriors and Shock Troops, which we've gone for as the additional unit there, they're both going to be in regiment, so 20 models strong. Now, they've both gone for plague plots. I think this is really good for these more defensive units in our force, where the Warriors can instead move up and be more in an offensive role alongside the Night Terror. We've also gone the heavy halberds on those Shock Troops because, like I said, getting that phalanx rule, this is just going to be a really solid center to our line, allowing the Night Terror and Warriors to potentially go up flanks, or indeed the same flank together, potentially doing a hammer and anvil maneuver, which is where, you know, one side of your table is your Spear Warriors and your Shock Troops, the other side is your units that are going to try and come in and provide a hammer stroke upon the anvil. Total points, 500 on the nose and 3 regiments, no troops actually here, and this allows us to take 3 unlocked units, though we've only got 1 in that singular Night Terror there. If you've been playing with the Ratkin in Kings of War Ambush, let us know how you've been going, your favourite units to bring in the force, and what you would do with this starter box. And so that is the end of the video. We hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you'd like to come chat more with me and other members of our little community here at Sinful Gaming, we have a Discord server which is linked down in the video's description. Also, down in the video's description are the best ways to help support the channel via Patreon and YouTube members, or by grabbing some merch from either Ko-fi or Teespring. All of these are the best ways to help support the channel, and it means the world to us that people do choose to help support us. Now, as a special thank you to everyone who supports the channel via Patreon and YouTube members, we'd like to give you all a shout out. So thank you to our Patreons, Christian Weir, Soren, Kenny Lowe, Alder Shot First, Andrew Bowen, Nathan Fee, The Rising Ape, Q Dynamic, Anthony B, JJ Austrian, Average Wargamer, Domir, Mark Harvey, James Cater, Bloobs, Benjamin Swallows, Red Martin, Kevin Bowman, Iron Grinch, and Nuffs. And to our YouTube members, Green Roots Gaming, Ronya Lockloric, The Johnny84, David Ellsworth, Wolfric Nick, Broken Chef, Ariana Edwards, Revenar, Pink Nico Fire, Robin Mankiller, Monty's Tabletop Terrain, John Castle, Davis Weir, James South, Dave Crozier, Dylan Areno, and James Tillman. And lastly, a special thank you to Lady Witchfox Art, who does all the amazing artwork for the channel you can see here, and indeed pick up the stickers of the amazing artwork or the amazing artwork on our merch as well if you want to. But thank you once again, everyone, and a special thanks as well to everyone who helps support the channel and to all those who come and help with the channel, be the people that come and do battle reports or indeed those that are managing our Discord server. Thank you all once again, everyone. Stay safe, stay well, and most of all, keep fighting that war against the grey. Ciao for now.